Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today, Makeup Revisited, we are doing an oldie but a goodie, The Tribe by Juvia's Place. Let's take a look at that. They're my colours. Are they your colours? Let's learn to play in a bit of colour without being afraid when you're over 50. Let's get to it, but before we do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, give it a big thumbs up. Ooh, let's get into it. Now, I do believe this palette has been discontinued. Juvia's Place, if you're not aware, is a black-owned creator. Look at these colours. Now, if it wasn't in this gorgeous colouring of a package, I think it would look less scary. But we've essentially got, quite a neutral palette there. And then we've got these greens in it. So, what are we going to do? Should you be scared? I always say never. It's been a very, very, very long time since I have played in this palette. And I've been playing it really safe colour-wise. I know that we've got my ABH palettes that are happening at the moment, but that is playing it safe colour-wise still. So, just look at this. This is a really nice grungy greeny brown. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's start here in this orange. Obviously, we can get quite scared when it comes to playing in colour. And if you are, like, you can pick up these colours in a lot of different palettes as well. But if you're scared of a bit of colour, do it at the end of the day when you're going to wash it off. Do it when there's no one around. But if you're playing in colour, don't do it and not have mascara on your lashes and go, I can't cope with this, I can't cope with it. Because it will look too much until your mascara tones it down and sort of frames the artwork, so to speak. So we're just putting that orange in the front part here. Now bring it up, circle it and bring it up towards the base of the inside of your brow there. See what I mean? We're diffusing it into that. So this is still quite soft. This brand is gorgeous, I do have to say. Even though, look, it's probably not designed with my pasty whiteness in mind. Now, you could keep it all sort of neutral around here. You could keep it all greens, but how about we just play in all the colour? So going into that green, are you scared yet? Tucking it, like tuck your brush like this to start tucking under there. Like we start at that centre, bring it forward a little bit, then start to bring it out, and then diffuse up. Again, looks like it's going to be a lot, doesn't it? This is definitely a trust the process. Like I said, I haven't even played in colour in a long time. Don't forget to move your brush around at different angles. It's not always, and don't ever hold it up here. If I ever see you holding it up here, think of me slapping you down towards the base, like at least 2/3 down. That's where you want to hold it. And teacup hold. Okay. You can go between brushes. Just, this is super gentle, just to sweep across to blend. Are you scared yet? Okay, into this side. same thing here. So again, you work that brush around at the different angles to get to where you want to be. There's lots of noises going on here today. I apologise. I have washing going, husband playing PlayStation, like keep him occupied as per usual. Stepson getting ready to go out with the girlfriend for lunch. And then I've got Jelly just down here having a little snooze. Now we are in autumn here, or fall. This is a great sort of springy look. I'm hoping, if you can hear the noise, they're having a chat. Of course they are. So I'm hoping I can cut the noise out. I really like this colour. Am I using as many as I can? Let's see. Let's do it. So going into this, oh, it's not mustard. Tap it off. I'll bring it in just here. Same on this side. See, this is when it starts to come together because you're layering colours. Oh, I like this shade. I like the shade. And just getting, tickling that colour right there. Back to this, we know it is a back and forth process. So I'm just bringing this over into the green now. We are going, this is a flatter brush, going into this dark green. Let's go on the outer corner here. You don't have to worry too much. We are going to blend. Are you scared? All right. So you can see I've gone sort of slap happy there. This is a slightly fluffier brush, not a flat packer brush. This is more loosely packed. Clean brush. All right. Let's just start tickling over the edge. See how that's starting to diffuse? Same here. Just over the edge there. We will go back in with that lime green in a minute. But you're just going in super gently. Clean off your brush. I'm just cleaning it off on a microfiber cloth. So clean that off. Tickle that colour again. Right down the end of your brush so that you're using a very gentle hand to do it. You don't go in hard with this. You just tickle and tease that blend out. See the difference? See how intense that is there? This has still got the intensity, but look at that blend that we've got happening here. Okay, clean off the brush again, and now start on this side. So just start right on that bit there, and then you start to move. Go right on the edge so that your brush is just literally tickling again. Clean it off. And then go back in. So see, we haven't done here yet. So let's start to tickle that out. Okay. Then back into the green now and just over the edge on both sides. Yeah. And it's always that tickle to fluff it up and out. So just going in with that packer brush, no extra on it, because we don't need any extra on it. We'll just use what's left. Back to layer, and back to this brush again. Same on here. Just finish that tickle. Like, look at that. And then this is this mustardy colour, just picking it up again. Nothing on it. The good thing with the Juvia's Place shades, and you don't really hear from the brand much anymore, is that their shades were intense. Again, they were designed to be on coloured skin, but they are so good. Just loading that up there so I can push this up and out. And again on this side, just there. So, where does that leave us now? So we have used these two shades and these two shades, yeah? And look at that, gorgeous. So I am definitely going to use that, but before we do, we've got these 4 shimmers. So like, look at them. That orange, that green is straight out of Natasha Denona. Look at that. This has that slight yellowy green to it. That's Metropolis Colours, Natasha Denona. I've got a choice here. Look at these. When I say they're very much Natasha. So I'm just going to think about a bit. I'm keeping them there because I am definitely going to use them. Let's go in. Oh, okay. Tap, 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 just on that outer. Just going to give it that little bit of depth, yeah? Wipe off the finger. Now, we are using as many as we can. So this is the center shade. All right. Just a finger width, okay? Clean off the finger again. And my fingers are stained. But nothing on this finger now. So just tap on that joint. Can you see how it's blending? Into the orange shimmer. Now I've probably gone a little bit too far with that, so I'm going to go back into this bronzy gold. And you just keep cleaning your fingers off in between, right? Now I've cleaned them off, blending them. Trust the process. Now this, oh, I really like that. Just not right into the inner corner, because that is where I'm going to use this almost lime green. Look at it. Just going a little bit further with that. Back into this. If you don't have short nails like I do, because I have terrible nails, clean fingers off, blending. If you don't, flat clean brush, load up the pigment, spray it with setting spray, and let that do the job. Going in with a little tiny corner detail brush into this matte. Now it is not as light as that shimmer, but that's okay because we may end up bringing that shimmer down and over, but I did want to use that colour because we're using all the colours. Bring it underneath the eye now. Now let's go in and bring this up and over. And that actually gives it a little bit more intensity. You're terrified, aren't you? It's okay. It's okay. So we've got this green, given that I've got colour all over my fingers. Let's, looking straight ahead, okay? This is going to be interesting. So I'm literally going to underneath my pupil with this green. And just up. Not all the way, just up there. And then let's get this one. And is it going to pick up? Because it needs a sharpen. Okay, I've just sharpened that. Let's see if we can make this work, or if I need to do green all the way through. This is an experiment. They are very, very different shades. So what I've done is I've done a little bit of green. Now I'm going to get the brush and just pull that. It's clean. Pull it across. So we've actually got a blend between that bright yellow and that green happening there. Why? Well, why not, I say. Speaking of green, let's go into that dark green now and use that to line underneath our eye. Again, we'll only come halfway and just bring that onto the top, only into that green bit. This is me just thinking on the fly. Hi. Now cleaning off that liner brush, and I'm going to go into the brown, the mustardy brown now. Excuse me, I'm coughing a bit. It's a bit dry in here because I've turned on my little heater that I've got in here for the cooler months. And I probably should turn it off now. So we've got this liner happening. I'm using all the brushes today. So this is a flat, sort of fluffy brush. It's just a Jessup one. It's a smoky shader. Perfect. So that's what a smoky shader is. There is nothing on here. There is a bit of green on my nose. Probably shouldn't be touching it with my finger that's got crap all over it. Okay, nothing on here. Let's start on the outside and just start smoking that and blending it. And across. Bring it down to your natural crease line. And tilt this way, like bring it down, almost vertical. Right? So we're blending that out into a nice, not too smoky, but it is smoky. Okay, straight across. And again, then bring it down. Now this one is a bit more intense in my lash line, so I'm going to go a little bit more just here. And then start to tilt it down to that crease area. But it's not going underneath that as such. Do you feel like it's too much? Okay, so what I am going to do now, again, this has been a whole trusted process. Look at all of how this blends in here. You can get these sorts of colours from the Yucca palette. There's plenty of palettes on the market that have a few of them. This is about trusting the process and playing with a bit of colour, okay? So we just blend all the way through. What I'm going to go and do now is put some mascara on, do some lips. It'll be a natural nudie lip because this is a lot, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with the final look. So as you can see, just grabbing. Yeah, it makes a difference with mascara. You've got to trust the process with having mascara there that's going to frame the picture, as I said earlier on. Brows and mascara will really help you with a lot of looks. But, I mean, I thought this was more like a spring look. This is a great autumn look. The warm, rich colours of it all. Don't be afraid to play in colour. We've kept it pretty simple on the rest of our face to have this. You can have an intense eye, and if you have brown or hazel eyes, this will really warm them up and make them, like, look at the colour of my eyes. There's a lot more yellow in them than normal. If you have blue eyes, this is really going to intensify the blue and make them just pop. These sorts of colours work really well with most eyes. So don't be afraid to play in colour. Have a look. It doesn't need to be these sorts of colours, but this palette is my jam through and through. Don't care whether it's fashionable or not. Love it. That is it, my friends, for another day. So, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends, all that jazz. Tell your dog, tell your next door neighbour, come along, hang out, subscribe. What do you think of this look? Oh, yeah, those colours, those are jewelry colours. Love it. Personally, love it, love it, love it. I am off. Take care. Be kind to one another. Be kind to everyone else. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Love you all. Bye. Mwah.